Hi guys, I'm Jagriti, and right now I'm going to talk about feminism because there has been a lot of confusion going on about feminism, if it's actually what people think it is, if equalism is better than feminism, if equalism is even a thing. So I have some things to say which I think haven't been said out loud as much. Um, so yeah. Feminism is actually the theory of the political, economic, and social equality of the sexes. Now, I'm going to give you a few reasons why men should become a feminist, not because it's a favor to females, but because it's something that is going to help them and is in their interest as well. So, the first one is feminism can actually improve your mental health. Now, since the beginning of the century, there has been an increase in male suicide. It's actually a steady increase of 25%. Now, there are many theories to this, but there are reasons to believe that men that are always asked to be strong, and there's always this pressure on them that no matter how stressful things get, they have to keep their shit together so that they don't seem weak or girly. So yeah, this has to be detrimental to your mental health because human beings have this innate need to connect through expressing your feelings. And if that's taken away from you, then I can only imagine how you survive. I can only imagine. I think we all can agree that there are a few very unrealistic expectations from men. Namely, men don't cry, men don't like to wear pink, and so on. And I think one of the most insidious one is that men always want to have sex. Now, this is something that can actually erode one's confidence. Also, men are always assertive in their workplace and all of that. We need to know that not all men are the same. Not all females are the same. Like, not all humans are the same. Now, through feminism, we can bring down these gender stereotypes of what a real man should be like and what a real woman should be like, so that we have more space, mental and emotional, for other things that truly do matter. Rather than admitting faults and embracing vulnerability, men are told to man up and stop being a pussy. So, what feminist leaders advocate is men should be able to be more introspective about what they could be doing wrong and basically just be more comfortable with being called out by their loved ones about something that could be hurting them. Well, it's human nature to be comfortable with what we're used to and just get really defensive and upset when somebody comes and tells us that we might be wrong about some things that we're just so comfortable in. So this is what patriarchy does for men. Um, it makes men comfortable with the lives that they have and the system that they are in, and not focus on what women and non-binary people might go through because of the same system. Most men don't realize that our society is built in a way that men are inherently better than females and non-binary people just because they are a man. So it's patriarchy that ensures that this happens. Even if you do identify as a man, but you do not conform to the norms of masculinity, you are again identified as an other as well. Typically, men are paid more, they're offered more jobs, and they aren't constantly subjected to catcalling on a daily basis. Unfortunately, women and non binary people do not have the same options, and they have to feel unsafe. The solution that feminists have developed is to level the playing field. It doesn't mean that males have to go through the same disadvantages that females and non binary people go through, but it does mean that males understand what others go through on a daily basis and also do their bit in eradicating this division as much as possible. Because it's at the end of the day, it's men and patriarchy that has perpetuated it in the first place. Basically, while giving up power and hierarchy can seem really scary for a lot of men, but it actually presents them with an opportunity to create an environment where women and non binary people don't automatically fear them. Well, there is no logical or reasonable way to deny the fact that our society perpetuates rape and rape culture. Our society has been set up in a way that sexual violence, romantic manipulation, and even rapes are not just possible, but also it's an expected occurrence. For men, sadly, it is seen as a necessity to seduce a woman or any other sexual partner of their desire with little to no regard to consent. And in turn, when they're questioned about it, it is often played off as men will be men, and generally, the person who is the victim is seen as a slut or somebody who is asking for it, which in turn just takes away the responsibility from the person who committed the crime in the first place. So, most of our recent feminism is dedicated solely on getting rid of rape culture, and it's a task, man. Like, I think it should be a priority for everybody. Men need to be more willing to understand their needs, their feelings, their desires, while also at the same time rejecting being violent, being overbearing, or condescending as normal. There is a lot of hurt involved when it comes to men because of how restricted they are because of patriarchy in terms of exploring themselves and actually giving life a shot and just thinking beyond the status quo, you know. Hey guys, so these were my views about this subject, which is possibly one of the most talked about and crucial subject in today's times. So if there's anything that you might want to add or any feedback that you want to give me, I'll be so happy to receive it. So do leave your comments or whatever you feel about it, or you can DM me anytime if you want to discuss this thing. I'm open to it and it's gonna be fun. So